Gladiator 2 is pretty much a direct inverse of the original film. Despite having such a legendary reputation amongst millennial and Gen X men, the first Gladiator is way more soulful and contemplative than you might remember, drawing its power from its themes, its dialogue, and its central performance from Russell Crowe. Gladiator 2 has none of that. It bends over backwards to connect its plot to the first film in ways that often don't work and sometimes actively detracts from the story you're actually currently watching. The new protagonist Hanno feels so haphazardly sketched, like Ridley Scott and his screenwriter David Scarpa had their attention diverted by broader characters or excessive spectacle and then were left bored coming up with ways to make Hanno at all compelling in his own right. I don't want to fault Paul Mescal too much here, as I think he's proven himself to be an incredible actor in other projects, but he certainly doesn't elevate the thin and tired material he's given here. And the script problems extend far beyond a lead protagonist who lacks agency. Often you can see the ingredients on screen for rich drama that Ridley and Scarpa just completely whiff on following through on. Major emotional moments come and go with barely a millisecond given to the audience to sit with their thoughts and feel the weight of what they've just witnessed. Just some really baffling screenwriting and editing decisions here. With all of that said, the shiny objects that clearly drew the eye of masterful filmmaker Ridley Scott are the absolutely insane action spectacle set pieces. Too often these days, studios release movies that supposedly have some of the biggest budgets of all time, and all that's really afforded them is above-the-line cast members and some really shoddy CGI that was hastily thrown together because they thought they could fix it in post a week before release. But that is not the case with Gladiator 2. The money is most certainly on screen. I think the best word to be used for the action in this film is audacious. The scale is massive, it looks incredible, and it makes all of the hand-waving of the plot development seem worth it just to get back to the action. Ridley Scott is about to be 87 years old and he's still finding new ways to iterate the spectacle and enthrall his audience. Your mileage may vary, but for me, the action does more than enough to paper over the fundamental issues I have with the script. Outside of the arena, Denzel Washington, Joseph Quinn, and Fred Hechinger are all having a blast, and the fun they're having seems to directly correlate with Ridley and his script's interest in them in comparison to the other characters. So overall, when Gladiator 2 is trying to assert itself on the same dramatic and thematic footing as the original, it completely stumbles in the sand. But when it's just trying to have some fun and deliver spectacle on a scale you've never seen before, you're sure to be entertained. But that's just like my opinion, man. Let me know yours in the comments below. And why not follow me on Letterboxd at Josh D. Floyd for more of my up-to-date movie thoughts. Thanks so much for watching this video, and hail Dondis.